todos, sean bienvenidos de nuevo a Cowboys From Rock. Mi nombre es Eliezer Rodríguez y aquí tenemos a un invitado súper especial. Con nosotros está Matt James from Blacktop Mojo. How are you, Matt?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Excellent. Well, we're going to speak in English, and well, we are going to translate later, right? For making it easy for you.
I appreciate it.
First of all, don't worry. First of all, how are you? How are the guys with this situation on the lockdown?
We're doing all right. We've been able to stay active, doing live stream concerts over the internet, and we've been writing a lot. And luckily, we all live in the same place. So if one of us gets sick, then we all get it, and we all get it out of the way. So
let's talk about Blacktop Mojo. For me, I find the sound of Blacktop Mojo very interesting, like a mix of grunge, post-grunge, country, blues rock, southern rock. What would you say is the style with more presence in your sound?
I think we pull a lot from the grunge, like you said, and we all grew up listening to post-grunge. We were in high school in the late 2000s, so I mean that's the prevalent style of music back then, and so definitely a lot of grunge, post-grunge, little bit of blues, like you said.
I hear some blues in Under the Sun, and let's talk about Under the Sun. In my personal opinion, I feel a bit heavier and darker than For the Chips. Do you feel that the sound of the band is much mature now?
It's definitely a little bit heavier. It was a little bit heavier time in my life, and I think it came through in the lyrics on that one for sure.
I recently read that the song "It Won't Last" was the first original song to reach the million views on YouTube. No doubt, a sign to you're in the right way, right?
I hope so, man. That was our first original song to reach that benchmark, and it was pretty cool to see, because I think before that, most of the songs that had over a million views were all covers. So we're pretty excited that one of our originals finally hit that mark. So.
Speaking of millions, speaking of covers, what happened with Dream On? I don't think you guys ever saw it coming. Over 80 million views right now. It's certainly been important in promoting the band over the years, no?
Absolutely. We were very fortunate with what happened with that song. We really thought nobody would ever really listen to it. When we recorded it, I think in 2016 maybe. We had really pretty much no following, and we were just doing stuff like that for fun. So the fact that got that much attention, and we're very blessed by the opportunities that brought us, for sure.
Well, actually, I have to confess, I know Blacktop Mojo because Ramon. That's the truth.
That's
First
awesome.
time I heard, what kind of voice is that? I think it's an amazing cover, no? What this success in your hands, have you thought about playing Dream On with Steven Tyler or Aerosmith someday?
If we were to get that opportunity, I would probably freak out, man. That would be awesome. It would be amazing.
Blacktop Mojo regularly does covers. Okay, I just saw a fantastic one of Alice in Chains, Nutshell, Fleetwood Mac was amazing too. Do you think you like to show your influence very regularly?
Absolutely, man. The covers are a fun way to keep active and to keep recording. In the case of the Fleetwood Mac cover, it was a fun thing to do with one of our really talented friends, Alex Smith. So that was fun. We've always wanted to do something with him, and that was kind of the perfect opportunity to do that. So I mean, you can't put out an album every day. So being able to do the covers in between, you know, the original stuff is always fun.
I would say that being in a band is more difficult than being in a marriage, because you live with 4 or 5 guys with creative ideas, the tour bus, late night, one show after show. However, you decide to do something very cool. It's moved into a house together. That's a high level of a brotherhood. How did you take that decision? Why did you take that decision?
I think for us it was the best way for us to all be able to make music our full-time job, was to all move in together and kind of minimize our cost of living, and also just have the opportunity to be able to create together whenever we wanted to. You know, I could walk down the hallway and wake Kiefer up in the middle of the night and be like, dude, I got an idea, I need you to wake up, you know, or, you know. So making that decision was I wouldn't say easy. It was definitely a scary decision, you know, jumping into something like music full time, you know, when you have a comfortable job, or, you know, when you have a comfortable way of making a living, is always difficult and scary, but I would say it's definitely worth it. They let me write most of the lyrics. When it comes to creating, though, we all just pretty much, you know, somebody will have a guitar riff, or I might have a melody idea, and we all just get together in the same room and kind of hash it out. And, you know, somebody will be like, I have an idea, and we'll chase that idea down, and maybe if it doesn't work out, then we try something else, and, you know, it just kind of goes around the room until we find what works.
Recently, you released Static. As I understand, it's a very personal record for you, where you show many difficult moments of your life. What's that like a therapy for you?
Definitely. It's nice to be able to get those feelings out in a healthy way, and it's also very cool to have people listen to that and reach out and be like, hey, I went through something similar to that, and this helped me out. Or, you know, those songs that we recorded for Static, we actually kind of recorded during the Under the Sun sessions, and then we felt like they didn't really fit the record, because they were more kind of dark and personal, and they all kind of fit together. So we didn't know exactly what we were going to do with them, but we knew we wanted to put them out at some point, and then we just kind of had the idea to make an EP and just to put them out there and see what happens.
Something I noticed is the lyrics have a high emotional content. For me, Prodigal is my favorite song of our records. Do you feel that today music lacks that more feeling, maybe?
I don't know. I think there's good music everywhere. I think maybe sometimes you got to look harder for it than others. But I think there's a lot of talented people out there with you know, putting out that emotional stuff.
I read recently you have some problem with Palestine government, no?
Oh,
you are fighting because you have the trailer in front of your house. What happened with that?
Well, we're still waiting for the outcome of that, but basically, since we're not touring right now, and since we can't, you know, since we can't be gone, our trailer full of our band equipment is parked out in front of our house because we don't really have anywhere else to put it. So the city of Palestine got onto us the other day, and so we're fighting the power, you know.
I think you will going to win this fight. What plans do you have when this came to normal?
Whenever we go back to normal, hopefully we'll be hitting the road pretty hard, you know, and touring around and getting to see all the people that we missed this year.
Matt, last but not least, what are you listening lately? Anything you can recommend us?
I definitely our buddies in Otherwise, they put out a great record at the end of last year, and then our buddies in Lowwater, they're a band from Georgia, and they kick ass.
We want to know what Matt James likes. What we call the essentials. Okay? Questions about your favorite thing to be answered in few words. Right?
Soundgarden. Chris Cornell. I mean, Led Zeppelin 4. I said I've had the song Jane Says by Jane's Addiction stuck in my head all day today, so Jane Says. Steak and potato.
It's a regular menu in the house.
Oh yeah. The Stand by Stephen King. I actually just read that one not too long ago. Play in arenas one day. I'd like to be a professional songwriter in Nashville one day. That'd be cool. Does drinking count?
For me, it's not guilty.
Yeah, I'm not very guilty about that one. But yeah, we'll go with that. Ginger.
Right. But I want to thank you for giving us your time, for let us know you, know more from the band. Really appreciate this time. Thank you very much, and I want to give you some space to say goodbye to the fans.
Awesome. Thank you very much for having me, man. I really appreciate you having me on your show.
I hope everything will be okay very soon, and you
Absolutely
will go to the road again.
Yes, sir. I hope so.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank you. Take care, man.
You too.